So the other day I added some new bounties to the website, and there was a little bit of debate of whether or not this one was too hard in the Discord. So I actually decided to try it myself. Now from the thumbnail you will have seen that it is double praying mantis, velociraptor, panda in the middle, and then Nyala in the second spot. Now there's two problems with that. Obviously any bounty with mantis, you only get one shot at the particular lineup at the end. But that's compounded by the fact that you have to get a Nyala from... We're in Star Pack here, so you have to get a Nyala from fainting an orca. And although that might sound crazy to begin with, I felt like there are plenty of people in the bounty running community that have the fortitude to try and grind to get that win. But also, it was just, anytime I create a bounty that I think is difficult, someone beats it. It's just the nature of the beast. So I thought, okay, if this is really so hard, I'm going to try it myself and see how it goes. So I had quite a lot of attempts at it. And although orca now, there are something like 41, 42 pets that the orca can spawn, you are generally going to be killing off multiple orcas per run, assuming you get to the late game. So, you're probably going to get 3 or 4 chances to get the Nyala before you either lose or you win too quickly. Because once you get an Nyala, because it has to be in second position, you only get one chance to win. But generally speaking, that's going to be the case with any mantis bounty, because on 9 wins, if you need 2 specific pets for the slots 2 and 4, they're almost you're almost always never going to find them on the last turn if you somehow drew on 9 wins. So I don't think that's too big of an issue. So here I'm in a pretty good position. At the beginning I just hard rolled for I had kiwi and duckling and stuff on board, and then just hard rolled for panda. And the result of that is that we ended up on 1 heart. So you can see here in turn 9, 1 heart, 2 wins. That means we're getting matched up with the worst of the worst opposing teams. And so here I just buy the cheese so that I can combine the 2 mantis and hopefully get orca, but we get stego instead. And now I just have to buy something that's going to get fainted. So I just take the pug, so it'll give a little bit of extra attack to the mantis during the battle. And you can see here, this team is absolutely awful. This is unthinkably bad for turn 9. So I think partly that's to do with the fact that the pool for players is very, very small in Pack 4. So when it gets to this stage where it's trying to find someone with turn 10, turn 9, 3 wins, or 2 wins, 1 heart, there's just very few teams for it to pick from. So now I get the hamster because that's going to give extra rolls next turn. We could potentially find an orca. It would be great to find multiple orcas, because then you can have the 1 mantis kill 2 of them in 1 turn. And here, seahorse, so annoying, really needs to be changed. It changes the order for the panda and or maybe it didn't affect it in that one, but there's plenty of runs that were ruined by seahorse, I can promise you that. We do find the orca, so I now buy hammer shark instead of hamster, so that'll be extra gold next turn. There's such a long way to go that the hammer shark is incredibly valuable. A lot of the time when you're playing Pack 3 normally, you get to the stage where you're at the end game and the hammer shark benefit is so minimal. But in this particular situation, we've got a lot of turns still to go. So I actually get lucky here with hammer shark and crow in the shop, and we get warthog. So it's cool to see golden pack units appear in your team in Pack 3. So I guess if you've got Pack 3, you could in theory get some of the achievements without having to buy the other pack. Now here there is a velociraptor in the shop, but it's way too early to start freezing it. And I'd rather have the hammer shark to help look for orcas. And then once we get the Nyala, then we can start thinking about rearranging the squad. Unfortunately, because, well, not unfortunately, but I think the odds now of drawing are very, very slim with this team. You do start getting a lot of draws in Pack 3 when you play normally. If you're going up against full pepper teams and you also have pepper. But we are kind of not really in a position to do that, especially with Panda. So find another orca here. And just have to cross our fingers that it's going to be a Nyala. And we double kill their 2 biggest units, which is perfect. And we get a stork. And I think we just scraped the win there on 1 HP. I think that's 2 1 HP wins in this run. I think I had maybe 25, 30 attempts at this. I'm not sure exactly. I didn't count, but there were a lot, and I'll show a little montage at the end of all the different pets that I got from, or not all of them, but some of them that I got from Orca. So one other thing you can do is if you're fainting 2 pets, you can put popcorn on an Orca in the hopes that it will spawn another Orca, but I think you can't really do that without, you need to have an extra slot open. So there were some runs where I did try that, but generally I'm only doing 1 Orca per turn at most. So another narrow win. And what are we going to get this time? And it's Badger. So is that the 3rd Orca this run? So we'll just have to sell the Badger. That's not going to do us any good. There is Raptor here, so I guess at this point I still need as many shop slots open as possible. And here I take the level up on the Stego. It possibly could give me an Orca in the shop from the level up, but also just to make sure I stay alive, or not make sure, but increase my chances of staying alive. So here I give the Mantis. The Broccoli already has cheese. The attack doesn't really matter. And this is a strange team for turn 15 where it seems like they've just recently swapped their Salamander, and we're gonna win that one. So now we have to get Nyala from this Orca, and wouldn't you know, there it is. So out of those 25, 30 runs, although a lot of those runs didn't go this late, this was the only Nyala I found the entire time. So now I have to find Mantis and Velociraptor. And actually I unfreeze the pepper here because I really want to find Strawberry as well. So there's Raptor. So we can sell Stego, get Raptor in. And I want to put Strawberry on the Mantis. Because the Panda faints, I don't think it's possible for the Velociraptor to give the Panda Coconut, because the Velociraptor's attack is lower than the Panda's. We find the Mantis. So now we need the Strawberry. And yeah, I'm thinking, should I put it on the Mantis or on the Nyala? But I think the Panda doesn't really have high enough stats to justify it. So here we are with the required lineup for the bounty, and it was maybe, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours of playing maybe that it took to get to this point. And we go up against a 4 squad, which seems amazing, but unfortunately we don't quite have enough in the tank there. I think if I'd had a pepper, maybe a pepper on the Nyala would have been enough. I'm not sure, but I'll leave you with a montage of all the other pets I got from fainting Orca.